Welcome to Eagle Sports Update, your home for everything Eastern sports. I'm Bianca Jonah.
And I'm Melina Fuentes. Jillian Seach is out sick.
On today's show, we run down all the action that happened in Eagle Nation over the past week, including the starts to the tennis and gymnastics seasons.
And later on, special guest Glenn Bryant joined us to talk about the men's basketball season so far and his highlight reel dunk from last week.
But we start on the hardwood, where things really heated up at the Convocation Center on Tuesday as the men's basketball team took down Western Michigan University 56-37. Darrell Combs and Mike Talley led the team with 14 points each in the win, but it was Glenn Bryant who had the house rocking. The senior forward stole the ball from freshman forward Tucker Heyman. With a fast break to the basket, Heyman stayed close to Bryant and attempted to stop him, but Bryant dunked on him with ease. Just part of 7 points and a 3-block night. 4 days later, the win at home, the squad traveled to Mount Pleasant to face Central Michigan University, where the green and white came away with the 72-59 win over the Chippewas. Talley led all scorers again with 21 points, tying his career best. Carrington Ward owned the glass for EMU, pulling down 15 rebounds along with 15 points for the double-double. Coming off the bench, Raven Lee attributed 10 points for the win. In typical fashion, the stingy EMU defense shined as Eastern held the Chippewas to just a 35.2% field goal percentage, while holding them to just 59 points, 16 points less than their season average. With the victory, Eastern is tied for the lead in the Mid-American Conference with a tally of 3-1 in MAC games, while owning an 11-16 overall record. The Eagles return home for 3 straight games, starting Wednesday, January 22nd, when Eastern hosts the reigning MAC tournament champion, University of Akron, for a 7 p.m. contest at the Convocation Center.
On the women's side, the start to the conference play remained bumpy road as the past week saw the Eagles snap their two-game losing streak, but also suffered a heartbreaking OT loss. On Wednesday, Eastern broke their longest losing streak of the year by beating Western Michigan 83-77 at the Convocation Center. 5 different Eagles reached double figures, led by freshman guard Shea Sweeney's 20 points. Fellow Toledo native Olivia Foudy followed with 14 points, while Desiree Thompson and Janae Morton each contributed 11. In addition to Thomas's 11 points, the senior guard added 6 first-half steals, while Natasha Watkins recorded a double-double with 10 points and a team-best 13 rebounds. A swarming EMU defense proved to be the difference, and the green and white forced 17 Western turnovers and turned them into a game-high 21 points. However, feeling of victory didn't last for long as the Eagles and the team traveled to the University at Buffalo and suffered an 84-83 loss in overtime. Janae Morton was on fire for the green and white as the freshman dropped a career-high 34 points, including hitting 7 three-pointers. Foudy pitched in with her 7th double-double of the year. As the junior, she pulled down a game-high 18 rebounds to go with her 11 points. But it wasn't enough to stop the Bulls, who were led by Mackenzie Losing and her 26 points. Up next, the 12-14 Eagles will travel to Bowling Green, Ohio, to take on the Falcons on Thursday, before returning to the Convocation Center on Sunday to face off with the Akron Zips.
The gymnastics team opened up the 2014 campaign with the 4th place showing at a quadrangular meet hosted by Kent State University on January 17th. Number 16 ranked Rutgers University won the meet, and number 21 ranked Kent State was runner-up. After qualifying on the floor for the NCAA Regionals a season ago as a freshman, Khadijah Hudson didn't skip a beat in the 2014 season opener. Her score of 9.875 tied a personal best, and it was enough to claim the floor title. She also led the Eagles on the vault, recording a career high of 9.850 to take 3rd. Head coach Stephen Wills was not pleased with the overall team performance. We are disappointed with today. We expected more from some of our upperclassmen, commented Wells. We feel this is the best team we have had, and our expectations are higher this year due to our team's potential, and those high expectations will not settle for underachieving performances. The green and white returned to action Saturday, January 25th, heading south to Bowling Green State University for a Mid-American Conference dual meet set to begin at 4 p.m.
The Eastern tennis team kicked their 2014 season by splitting their first two matches of the year. On Friday, Eastern picked up a 5-2 win in their opener against the University of Detroit Mercy in Detroit. EMU swept the doubles matches, getting wins from all three pairs, including the duo of Diana Davataya and Maria Paula Ribeiro. Davataya was also one of the four Eagles to pick up wins in the single matches, a group including defending MAC Player of the Year Klara Sapova. On Sunday, the Eagles suffered their first loss, dropping a 6-1 decision to the University of Minnesota. Unlike their first duel, the EMU doubles team struggled against the Gophers as Minnesota swept all three matches. The home team nearly took every match in the duel, as the only Eastern victory came from Sapova's #1 singles 6-2, 6-4 win. Eastern will stay in Minneapolis to face off against Northern Iowa before finally returning home for their home opener against Butler University on January 24th.
Men's swimming and diving team continued its Mid-American Conference winning streak, extending to 64 wins with the 195-105 decision over the University at Buffalo. While competing against the conference foe, the Eagles also picked up a 209-91 victory over Big Ten opponent Michigan State University. The Eagles controlled the majority of the meet, recording 12 wins against Buffalo and 14 over MSU in the afternoon's 16 events. Sophomore Andrew Henry led all Eagles in individual victories as he came out on top over both Buffalo and MSU in the 200 free, 200 back, and the 200 individual medley. Three other Eagles recorded the fastest time of the season in their respective events, as Mike Fisher won the 100 and 200 breast over both visiting teams, earning the top time among the squad in each event, while Brian Moore sprinted to a season-high 45.11 in the 100 free, and Cole Bateman bested his own time in the 100 back, touching in at 50.72 with the result of the afternoon's duels. The Eagles improved to 4-1. The squad will remain at home for the next two meets as they will host Wayne State University on Friday, January 24th, and will then turn around to host Ohio State and MAC opponent Ball State University Saturday, January 25th. Both meets will begin at 1 p.m. in Jones Natatorium.
Eastern Michigan's women's swimming and diving team wrapped up a successful Saturday afternoon with wins over Mid-American Conference foe, the University at Buffalo, and Big Ten member Michigan State University. The Eagles took down the Bulls by a tight 152-148 margin and topped the Spartans at 193-106. The Eagles won 6 of 16 events against the Bulls and 12 of 16 against Michigan State in their pair of victories, improving on their record to 6-3 on the season. Monica Dorzowski controlled both breaststroke events, claiming overall first place in the 100 and 200, while Jessie Godlewski dominated over both visiting squads in the 200 fly, picking up an EMU victory with a time of 2 minutes, 3.59 seconds. The squad came away with decisive success on the springboards as Danielle Holvey led the way in the 1-meter dive and Lauren Dark took the 3-meter dive. The Eagles will remain at home for the next two meets as they will host Wayne State University Friday, January 24th, and then will turn around to host Ohio State and the MAC opponent Ball State University Saturday, January 25th. Both meets will begin at 1 p.m. in Jones Natatorium.
The men's track and field team was put to the test Saturday, January 18th, when it visited the University of Michigan for the Harvey Invitational. Though the event was not scored, a number of Eagles found success when pitted against institutions such as Michigan and Notre Dame. Junior Cameron Bolton, who posted the 7th fastest time in the nation after running a 6.86 in the 60-meter, finished in third with a time of 6.90 to start the track portion of the afternoon. The victory came to Mason Waynes, who posted a personal best of 121.60 in the 600-meter. On the field, Max Babbitts continued his success in the pole vault, clearing 17 feet to claim the winning title in the event. The senior vaulted nearly 1.5 feet higher than the runner-up competitor to take his second victory in as many meets. One more victory came in the triple jump as Donald Scott posted a distance of 50 feet. The green and white will go on a short hiatus before returning home to Bob Park's track for the final time of the 2013-14 season to host the second EMU Triangular meet on Saturday, February 1st.
The women's track and field team sent a group of athletes to the University of Michigan to compete in the Simmons Invitational on Saturday. Although it was a non-scoring event, the Eagles gained experience early in the 2013-14 campaign against Michigan, Notre Dame, and MAC opponent Bowling Green State University. Highlighting the tracksters was Victoria Veronco's runner-up finish with a 3,000-meter run, completing the race nearly 30 seconds ahead of the next competitor. The Eagles also boasted another top 10 finish in the distance as Taylor Knoll grabbed an 8th place finish in the mile run. The field eventers turned in 4 top 5 performances as Kate Wanolin and Pauline Charglione came in the 4th and 5th finish in the high jump, while Natalie Yui earned the 4th in the pole vault and Sarah Chachard took 5th in the long jump. To lead the throwers, Adrienne Weisner launched for a distance of 49 feet, 6.14 inches in the weight throw. The green and white will take a short break as a team, but the head coach, Sue Parks, will send a small group to the University of Findlay to compete in the Findlay Classic on Friday, January 24th. The Eagles will open up the month of February by hosting a quad meet on Saturday, February 1st in Bowen Fieldhouse.
The wrestling squad suffered its 4th straight defeat and 2nd consecutive MAC dual loss as it fell to number 25 Ohio University 22-13 on Sunday, January 19th. True freshman Dean Vatizzi nabbed his first collegiate dual victory, taking down Harrison Hightower at 165 pounds, with a 5-1 decision to bring EMU within 3 of the Bobcats. Trailing by 6 in the final bout, the Eagles were unable to grab the pin they needed to tie the match as Nicholas Barber fell in a 5-2 decision, allowing Ohio to take the 22-13 victory. Even though we lost the dual meet, our effort was so much better today than Friday, said Coach Del Porto. We only won one of our 4 close matches, and that cost us the duel. We must find a way to win the close ones. The Eagles return to Ypsilanti Friday, January 31st as they continue MAC competition, as the green and white will take on Kent State at Bowen Fieldhouse. First bout is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. We are going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back with Glenn Bryant. Stay tuned.
To move money from my savings to my checking account so I could use my debit card at the mall. I cracked open my laptop, hit the bookmark from my bank, and entered in my username and password. What the heck? I got sent back to the home page. So I entered in my username and password again, made the transfer, and went to the mall where I found this cool little necklace for my mom. That's good news, right? The bad news is, the next week I went to make a purchase and they told me that I had insufficient funds to cover that purchase. Long story short, when I had logged into my bank the first time, I got redirected to a fake site that stole my username and password. I guess I got a virus that redirected my bookmark. The thieves had a field day with my account. I wish I had known then what I know now. You have to check and make sure you're really on your bank's website. This could be done by either recognizing an image you've selected or clicking a lock or VeriSafe icon and comparing the bank's web address to a web address you've got on our certificate. My name is Luke, and I'm trying to be e-safe.
So I tried logging into my .emish account, and it wouldn't let me in. So I went down to the help desk and they said I had already changed my password. No, I didn't. Shortly after that, my apartment was broken into. Yeah, if you put 2 and 2 together, you know where they go. My address. Uh-huh. They got my password, got onto my .emish account, and stole my class schedule and my home address. They knew when I wasn't going to be home. I should have known that a password of ABCD1234 isn't too hard to guess. Now, I'm more careful about choosing a password. I take a word that's 8 to 10 letters long and that isn't too personal to me, and I change some characters around. For example, the word college, C-O-L-L-E-G-E. I can change the L's to 7s and the E's to question marks. Don't use college, okay? You have passwords for a reason. Take the time to make one that is unique and easy for you to remember, yet hard for someone else to figure out. My name is Daniel, and I'm trying to be safe.
I had the pleasure of sitting down with Glenn Bryant, and we talked about his highlight reel dunk and the men's basketball season. I'm here with Glenn Bryant, who's our senior forward, and thank you so much for joining us today, Glenn.
Thank you for having me.
So, okay, I'm sitting here with the man on campus right now. You got the number 4 spot on the SportsCenter Top 10 on Wednesday after the game Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that, watching yourself?
I mean, it was great. It's always good to see yourself on TV, especially doing something positive. So that was pretty fun.
Okay, so take me through the moment. Did you see Haymond coming at all?
Yeah, after I stole the ball, I seen him like kind of on my side view.
On your peripheral?
Yeah, I glanced over and I seen him running back. And I was like, I hope he's not about to jump. But
So you knew that there was a possibility that he was going to jump.
yeah, I mean, he was sprinting back pretty fast, so I just
Yeah.
figured he wanted to try to come and make a defensive play.
Was there any exchange of words between the two of you after that happened?
Nah, I mean, after something like that happens, there's really nothing much to say.
Yeah, so if you were given a moment, a chance to say something to him, you wouldn't say anything?
Way to hustle back, I guess.
Some smack talk.
Yeah.
You didn't need to talk, though. You let the action do it all.
Yeah.
Let it all in the court. Do you feel like there's more pressure on you now after the attention that you received from the dunk, and then are you putting more pressure on yourself?
No, I don't think it's any pressure. I mean, I've been really doing that all season. That's really like one of the things I do best is dunk the ball, block shots, and rebound. So that's really what I do. So I don't feel it's any more added pressure, just a little bit more excitement when the games start.
Mm-hmm. You have so much energy throughout the game. You're nonstop. Is that something that comes natural to you? Is there a secret to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just natural. I've been like that since playing basketball 5th, 6th grade. I mean, I play with a lot of passion and a lot of intensity. Like, that's just how I love to play basketball.
Do you feel like you have the energy that sparks the team?
Yeah, sometimes if we're a little slow, I feel like I can get a block or a breakaway or something that ignites the team to make us pick it up a little bit. Yeah.
Momentum shifting, yeah. Okay. Right now, you guys are tied for first in the MAC. Is the season going the way you thought it would?
I mean, yeah, we actually, expected to be undefeated at this point. We had a little slip up against Buffalo, but we talked about before the conference going 18-0, winning all our games. So we're right where we want to be at right now. Just continue to get better every day.
No more losses?
Nah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. Okay, so you guys went to Mott's Children's Hospital recently. Tell us what that experience was like.
It was a great experience visiting. I love kids anyway, so anytime you get to visit little kids, I think it's a great thing. I mean, they were all excited to see us. It's a very humbling experience too. I mean,
right.
You see like little kids and they're not well, or you just feel like man, you just feel kind of like bad for them. But I mean, anything you can do to brighten up their day always makes me feel good.
Yeah, of course. I hope you know that Twitter is fair game in this interview, because I saw your tweet about how we need more students to come to our home games, and I couldn't agree more, especially with the women's team, though. What would you say to one of our students to convince them to come to our basketball games?
I mean, I feel like both our men's and women's teams are doing pretty good this year. I mean, I feel like we're both exciting to play. We have exciting players, and we do special things on the court. And I want to share that with the whole school, the whole campus, you know what I mean? So all fans should come out and watch it. If you go to Eastern Michigan, I feel like you're a fan because you go here, so why not come out?
Yeah, support your teams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know, Bryant.
Yeah, come on out, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you, Glenn, for joining us today. Now back to Melina.
The Mid-American Conference announced the academic All-Americans for 2013 soccer season, and a plethora of Eastern Eagles were featured, 6 in all. Seniors Stephanie Clark and Kara Kataya, juniors Emily Zyke, Marissa Kazakowski, and Angela Voltaggio, along with sophomore Megan McCabe, were all recognized for their success on the field and in the classroom. The 6 student athletes were vital in the soccer team's 3.64 grade point average, a mark that was the 7th highest out of any NCAA institution. Moreover, the team GPA was the 3rd best out of the NCAA Division I schools, along with standing atop the MAC. Clark, an all-MAC first team member, posted 17 points, scoring 5 goals, dishing out 7 assists, and scoring 3 goals on any penalty kick attempts. In the classroom, the biology major boasts a 3.9 GPA. Co-team captain Kataya finished her career 63 points, good for 4th all in the team school history. Kataya graduated a bachelor's in exercise science this fall, a 3.3 GPA. Voltaggio became the 3rd Eagle in the program history to earn MAC Offensive Player of the Year honors after the junior led the conference in shots, points, and assists, while her 13 goals were good for the 2nd in the MAC. Finding her place on the all-conference academic team for the first time in her career, Voltaggio holds a 3.55 GPA as a communications major. Zyke, the MAC Co-Defensive Player of the Year, led the back line that pitched 5 shutouts in 2013, starting every game as a team center back while scoring 3 goals. Along with Clark, Zyke earned Capital One Academic All-District Second Team honors for her play on the field, as well as holding a 3.98 GPA as a nursing major. Kozlowski, also a first-time academic All-American, joined Zyke on the stellar backline while pitching in on offense with 6 assists. The communication major sports a 3.55 GPA. And lastly, in her first full season in net for the Eagles, McCabe faced a school record 293 shots while stopping 80.2% of them. Her 93 saves were the 3rd in the MAC, and she held a 1.06 goals against average throughout the season. Although she is undecided on her career path, McCabe currently has a 3.68 grade point average.
The soccer team wasn't the only Eastern squad honored for their academic achievements, as the women's cross-country team had 3 runners honored as academic All-Americans. Senior Kayla Fund, junior and all-MAC first-team honorary Victoria Varanco, and sophomore Amy Frauhammer. Fund, an exercise science major with a 3.53 GPA, just missed out on all MAC honors at the 2013 MAC Championship, claiming a 15th place finish. She had a strong showing at the pre-NCAA meet, placing 25th, and had 2 more top 50 finishes at the Notre Dame Invitational and the Great Lakes Regional. 3-time All-MAC first-team selection, Varanco, physical education major, with a 3.80 GPA, was one of 2 representatives for the conference at the NCAA Championship, where she recorded the 2nd highest finish in school history at 45th. She was also runner-up in numerous races, most notably at the MAC Championship, the Notre Dame Invitational, and the pre-NCAA. Frauhammer, who boasts a 3.92 GPA, is the only other Eagle to be named a MAC Runner of the Week, as she earned the accolade on October 30th, 2013, after her performance at the EMU Classic. She also notched a 48th place finish at the 2013 MAC Championship and finished just shy of the top 150 at the Notre Dame Invitational.
Rounding out the week of academic All-American awards, the men's cross-country team had 3 honorees of their own in seniors and All-MAC first-team selections, Gregor Kalinowski and Harry Dixon, as well as sophomore and All-MAC second-team honoree, Willie Fink. Dixon, who boasts a 3.99 in political science, was named to the first All-MAC first team for a 5th-place finish at the 2013 MAC Championship, while also finishing second at the EMU Classic, 43rd at the Notre Dame Invitational, and 56th at the NCAA Great Lakes Regionals. Kalinowski, a marketing major with a 3.75 GPA, was named to the All-MAC first team after placing 3rd at the 2013 MAC Championship. He also finished at the EMU Classic, as well as 52nd place on the Notre Dame Invitational and 69th at the NCAA Great Lakes Regional. Fink's 11th place finish at the 2013 MAC Championship earned him an All-MAC second-team honors. He also claimed 3rd at the EMU Classic, 86th at the NCAA Great Lakes Regional, and 122nd at the Notre Dame Invitational. In the classroom, the sophomore is a biology major with a cumulative 3.83 GPA.
Sticking with the awards, the Mid-American Conference announced that Eastern Michigan University swimmers Cole Bateman and Jesse Godlewski were named MAC Swimmers of the Week for January 5th. The Eagle duo contributed to the Green and White's victories over Denison University January 10th. The accolade marks the first of Bateman's career as a rookie swimmer, competed in 3 events for the Green and White, all of which were victories in the 184 to 116 win over Denison. The freshman was the lead swimmer in the 200 medley relay team, which won a 132.80 mark. He went on to win the 100 and 200 back, clocking in at 51.53 and 152.24 respectively. Godlewski is honored for the 3rd time in her career and the 2nd during the 2013-14 season. The junior won 3 events when the Eagles topped Denison 181 to 118. She raced to victory in the 200 fly with a 2:04.85 mark, over 3 seconds ahead of the next competitor.
Women's track star Victoria Veronco got in on the weekly award action, as the junior was named the MAC Women's Indoor Track Athlete of the Week. The award marks the first time in the 2013-14 season and the 2nd time in Veronco's career that she has been honored for her performance in indoor track. The Stavropol, Russia native set personal records in the mile run and the 800-meter run in EMU's victory over Detroit Mercy and Oakland at the EMU Triangular January 10th. Veronco set the winning pace in the mile after finishing in 4 minutes 47.12 seconds and was the only competitor to finish under the 5-minute mark, crossing the line 15 seconds before the runner-up from Detroit.
We move to football news as the Eastern Michigan University Department of Intercollegiate Athletics Program announced that Ron McCaffrey has been named the Director of Strength and Conditioning. The 2008 Under Armour Collegiate Strength and Conditioning Coach of the Year, McCaffrey has served as a strength and conditioning coach at both the professional and collegiate level. McCaffrey spent the 2013 season working with the NFL's Cincinnati Bengals after serving as the head strength and conditioning coach at the University of South Florida and the University of Tennessee. In total, he has coached 27 NFL draft picks, including first-round draft pick and Pro Bowlers Mike Jenkins and Jason Pierre-Paul, along with Cordero Patterson. In addition to his work in sports, McCaffrey was also the Human Performance Coordinator for the United States Army Special Forces, 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment in Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
On the recruiting trail, new football head coach Chris Creighton received his first 3 commitments for the 2014 season, including 2 in-state offensive linemen. Bloomfield Hills Brother Rice High School's Jeremy Hickey and DeWitt High School's Christopher Bukowski joined 2-star inside linebacker DeMarcus Moon as the newest verbal commitments. Hickey also received offers from Butler University, Indiana State University, Robert Morris University, and Southern Illinois University. While Moon is a 2-star inside linebacker and a top 40 recruit out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, according to 247sports.com. With 3 new commitments, The Eastern recruiting class now stands at 7, including 3 offensive linemen.
Head women's basketball coach Tony Verdi announced the addition of Brianna Pooney, who has transferred from Illinois State University and enrolled in classes at EMU. Pooney, a 6-foot forward from St. Charles, Missouri, averaged 4.6 points and 7.9 rebounds in 9 games this season. As a sophomore, she appeared in all 35 games for the Redbirds and was named the 2012-13 Most Improved Player. Pooney ranked 5th on the team in scoring with 204 points, averaging 5.8 points per game, and 3rd on the team in rebounds with 189, including 58 offensive and 131 defensive boards. She will sit out the remainder of the season due to NCAA transfer regulations and will become eligible following the 2014 fall semester. Pooney will have just 1 semester of eligibility remaining.
And finally, the Eastern Michigan softball team will be holding a bowling fundraiser Sunday, February 2nd at Colonial Lanes in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in order to raise funds for the 2014 season. Participants can join the Eagles for 2 hours of bowling as well as a raffle, which will include a 32-inch flat-screen TV, a Kindle Fire, and iPod Nano as prizes. The 2-hour event will start at 12 p.m. and run until 2 p.m. Those wishing to attend the EMU softball bowling fundraiser can buy 1 ticket for $25, which include 2 hours of bowling, shoe rental, 2 slices, or pizza, unlimited pop, and 1 entry into the raffle. Participants who do not wish to bowl can buy 1 raffle ticket for $10 and do not need to be in attendance to win the prizes. For ticket information, contact head softball coach Melissa Gentile at mgentile@emich.edu. The Green and White will kick off their 2014 campaign when it heads to Spartanburg, South Carolina for the USC Upstate Tournament Friday, February 7th. First pitch of the season opener is slated for 1 p.m. That will do for us here at Eagle Sports Update. Thanks for tuning in, and come back next week.
For more Eastern sports, check out easternecho.com or emueagles.com, and for more ETV, head over to YouTube and search for ETV at EMU. See you guys next week.
Bye.